Beyond its theological role, al-Wala wal-Bara has profoundly shaped certain Islamic cultures. In such environments, many Muslims feel strong pressure not to say or do anything that could damage the image of the Muslim community or bring discredit to Islam. Within an honor and shame-based framework reinforced by these values, speaking out to outsiders about wrongdoings committed by fellow Muslims is often seen as an act of betrayal. This is very, very important. This dynamic can have serious real-world consequences. For example, in her book, The Imam's Daughter, Hanan, later known as Hannah, described her experience as a 14 or 15-year-old Pakistani teenager in Britain. After confiding in a female teacher that her father, an imam, was beating her, the teacher informed the deputy head, who arranged for a male Pakistani Muslim social worker to meet with her at school. Initially terrified because of his background, Hanan eventually opened up to him about being treated as a domestic servant, fearing a forced marriage, and enduring physical abuse. That same afternoon, she returned home to find the social worker speaking with her father and relaying everything she had said. While the social worker was present, her father acted kindly, but once he left, her father subjected her to a severe beating and threatened to kill her if she ever spoke again, and imprisoned her in the cellar for days. When Hanan later encountered the social worker at school and refused further contact, he reportedly told her, "Hey, I was just doing what I thought was right, you know that. It's not right to betray your community." This is a very, very common, and people don't understand how important and how brutal this is. This is a very, very common thing among Muslims in the West, in non-Muslim societies. You will have Muslim groups in the West, in Britain, and in other countries, and they will have this attitude of protecting their own against the foreigners, against the others, against the majority, against the non-Muslims, against the white British people. This is why the following happens. You have rape gangs, you have guys imprisoning, using, and raping white British girls. At some point, certain family members and others who are also fellow Muslims of Pakistani origin, let's say, find out about it. And those people, let's say, don't agree with what the rape gangs are doing. Despite being personally disgusted with it, and despite personally disagreeing with gangs, they will not tell on their fellow Pakistani Muslims. They will not go to the police. They will not go to the police. They will not go to the authorities. Because telling on their fellow Pakistani Muslims means betraying their community, which is why they will not go to the police. They will try to either resolve it internally, or they will be quiet about it and shut up. Because a dirty white girl isn't worth it anyway. You do not want to betray your fellow Muslim community. You don't want to do that. This is how they operate. Which is why this is not just limited to the gang perpetrators and the themselves. So many people who themselves do not are also in on it. They're also guilty here because they are part of this honor culture and of this group behavior of protecting each other, not betraying each other, not telling on each other, not telling the authorities about each other. And if it were for me, you would pack all of these people into a van or into vans or put them all onto a boat and tell them it's time to piss off. And even if you have no place to go, we do not care. Time to leave. Go away. There is no place in our country for your filthy kind.